Last month, teachers in West Virginia went on strike to demand a raise and better benefits, and they won. Teachers in Oklahoma say they may be next. They've gone more than 10 years without a raise. And after continual budget cuts, their salaries are the lowest in the country. They're giving Oklahoma legislators one last week to fix the problem and strike a deal.
Bonnie Green has been teaching pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade in Oklahoma for the past 30 years. She's a devout Christian and conservative Republican who prides herself on living modestly.
So I'm going to take you out here to my 11-year-old Honda Pilot.
But she's about to do something she never thought she would do. After 3 decades of teaching, she's preparing to walk out of her classroom on April 2nd with an estimated 30,000 other teachers across the state in the hope of forcing Oklahoma to raise her pay and restore funding to education.
My first year here, I got $1,000.
Just for supplies?
Just for supplies to add to the classroom. This past year was $220. All of this materials right here are things that I bought out of myself. The record players, something that I purchased myself. So I do a lot of shopping at garage sales during the summertime.
Bonnie says the last time she got a raise was more than a decade ago, but most of that money was eaten up by a 20% increase in insurance costs. Now, she and her fellow teachers are demanding a $10,000 raise for themselves, a $5,000 raise for support staff, and a $200 million increase in school funding. So far, legislators have not been able to agree on a solution. This problem has been going on for 10 years. Why are you taking action now?
West Virginia was probably the catalyst. We decided they can do it, so can we. They said enough is enough, and that's what we're going to say.
Have you ever been able to save money during your career as a teacher?
I would say never more than maybe $3,000 or $4,000. And we might have garage sales to supplement. We might sell off pieces of furniture, or we go buy secondhand. Everything, is bought secondhand. Even the clothes, a lot of times that I would wear would be secondhand clothes.
Amen. So we start our day with our coffee and a few verses. It's 1 Corinthians 10:16.
Amen. The cup of blessing which we bless is not the fellowship of the blood. My husband and I, because of health bills, we ended up having to file bankruptcy because we had gotten ourselves in over $30,000 in debt just with medical.
Even if the teacher's demands are met, Bonnie will struggle to make ends meet and pay for health care. So last month, she decided to dust off her resume after 30 years and apply for a second and third job.
I saw a company that's been advertised called Shipped. I'd go buy the groceries, then take them to the people's homes and deliver it to them. There's another company that I just applied for, and it's called VIP Kid. So I would be teaching online children from Beijing, China.
And when would you be doing that?
The hours would be from 4 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock.
So you would be getting up at like 3:30 in the morning then, teaching from 4 to 6 and then going to teach the kids at your school?
And then going to teach my kids, yes.
How are you going to do that?
Well, you can set your hours, so I'd probably be doing about 15 hours a week, and they said that that's $25 an hour.
Is it common amongst teachers here in Oklahoma to have a second or third job?
Yes. Teachers will work in places like Walmart, like JCPenney, 7-Eleven, maybe babysitting after school, tutoring, anything to help make that paycheck of theirs stretch a little bit more.
A pay raise might help teachers going forward, but Bonnie still worries about the damage that has already been done by 10 years of stagnant wages and funding cuts.
You would not want to be working in an industry that for 10 years you never got a pay raise. That you would walk away from that industry and you would go to some other company.
Let's say there is a young person who comes to you and says, I would love to go into teaching and I want it to be my career. Could you, if things don't change with teacher salaries here, could you in good faith tell that person to stay in Oklahoma and be a teacher?
No, I could not. No, I would not. This is a walkout. This is a school closure across the whole state. That we are saying you need to look at how much you're spending and how much you have cut back on spending in education. Education is the future of Oklahoma. So you need to invest in that future.